So today on CC Unfiltered, we're going to be hearing from a gent's point of view. Welcome, Yashay, and thanks so much for joining us on our podcast. Are you currently dating, happily single, or are you one bad hinge date away from moving to a remote island?
Good question, but I'm happily single.
Okay.
How are you finding the dating scene in Cape Town today?
Yeah, the dating scene is very, very difficult. I'm not originally from here, but I've noticed in Cape Town that life is very, very fast. Lots of things to do. There's something to do every single weekend. And I think from a lifestyle point of view, because you come across a lot of people all the time and there's so many things to do, it's difficult to sort of meet someone stable or like someone that has the same interests as you, that's on the same page as you,
Yes.
that's also emotionally available.
Yes.
Which is the main thing. From what I've heard and what I've experienced, it seems like people have gone through the most. A lot of infidelity, a lot of a lot of trauma with men and women that sort of reveals itself when they do go out there and date. Unfortunately, it's a case we don't choose our trauma, but sometimes it does impact you so much. You intentionally or unintentionally project it onto the other person.
Yes.
But you still keep putting yourself out there and, you pull your socks up and you face the dating scene, even though it can be really crappy out there.
Yeah. In a nutshell, I would say it is difficult purely because the lifestyle is very fast in the moment as well.
So where are you from originally?
So originally from Durban,
And how long have you been in Cape Town?
12 years now.
So you're pretty much Cape Town.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's more terrifying, walking into a curated connections event, not knowing anyone, or opening up that dating app and seeing the same 12 people that have been on it for the past 6 months?
Yeah, I think the latter, because when I see the same 12 people and I'm on there and it's like, okay, we're not swiping on each other, what are we actually doing, kind of thing. That is more terrifying. I would say in the beginning, like when you guys would host events in 2023, this was before the icebreaker.
Yes.
I did find the events just a little bit intimidating, but I do like the fact that now there is an icebreaker.
Yes,
there is that incentive to leave your friend and go and speak to
We
someone.
basically force you guys to chat.
Yes.
And get to know everybody in the room.
Exactly, which is so good because I know with the events, a lot of people come with their friends, which I think is such a bad mistake because if the night doesn't go well, you can fall back on your friends.
Yeah.
And then that defeats the purpose of
And you're not
attending the
actually
event.
getting out of
You
your
hear
comfort
that?
zone.
It's best to come alone.
Yes.
From a man's point of view, we have to ask, who is struggling more in the modern dating world, men or women?
I know a lot of people aren't going to like this answer. I would say more men, but that doesn't negate the fact that women have it difficult. The reason why I would say women have it difficult is because people think that because women have a lot of options, and they do, they equate quantity to quality, and that's not necessarily the case. I've heard a lot of horror stories. Women would have a lot of matches, but these guys would be creeps or like wouldn't be up to standard. And I've heard a lot of women have a lot of horror dates. So I think in that sense, they do have it rough. I think with the quantity comes the consequence of not finding the quality. But I feel like men do have it a lot worse purely because social media has ruined dating standards. I think in South Africa, there's a strong culture of, opening up TikTok or opening up Instagram reels and seeing other couples, or this woman will tell girls what to expect or what to accept. And this whole thing of like the soft life that is romanticized, club
I feel
culture.
like there's actually a lot of pressure on men these days to be at that level.
Yes.
Okay.
I see it when I go out. You'll see people that will chase, it sounds bad, they'll chase the club promoters, they'll chase the DJs, they'll chase someone of influence. And I think for the average guy who's just trying to make it by, that can be quite difficult to fulfill those
And
expectations.
actually just wants a genuine connection and wants someone to love them for them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying all women are like this, but
No,
I'm just,
but it is a big issue that we're facing in the modern dating world. I do think so.
Yeah, so I'd say men more than women.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Yashay, if you could ban one thing about the modern dating world, what would it be?
I thought about this a lot. There were a few things that came to mind, but I think one that did stand out was ghosting.
The classic ghosting.
The classic 3 months later, oh, sorry, I've just been going through a lot. This is coming from someone that has ghosted before. It's not something I'm proud of. And
we all have done it or have been victims of ghosting.
Why do you think we do it?
well, firstly, I think confrontation is uncomfortable. But I think also because probably as human beings, we're too nice to let someone down. I don't know about you guys, but I hate giving someone bad news.
For sure. Back in the day, there wasn't something like ghosting. Why was it so different back in the day? Probably because we didn't have phones.
And in turn, it's making people question themselves. Like, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? Whereas, like, you know what? It's okay. We went on a date and it was a really nice date, but I don't see it going further. You're a liquor person.
Yeah.
Let's move on. How hard is it to say that to someone?
To say that.
To be upfront about these things, because if you're leaving someone hanging for days on end, they are like, their
mentally,
mind is
it's
spinning.
like,
where am I lacking?
Exactly.
What am I doing wrong?
Really hope people are watching this and stop that ghosting.
Yeah.
Ghosting. Do you prefer meeting singles online or in person?
Definitely in person. I think it's easier to sort of suss out someone in person, but it's also difficult to build a connection over text. It's nice in person. You can gauge the person, you can gauge body language as well, which is a big thing.
What's great about our events is if you're not feeling it in person, you can just chat to the next person.
Exactly.
You know?
You also haven't gone and paid for that person out on a date who you never want to see again.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
once
Yeah.
you're in a date, you're chatting to someone for like 3 weeks. Chat is great. You meet in person, and you're like, okay,
This is
now
not
have
what
the
I
next.
signed up for.
The best way to meet singles is in person, but I'd say also another way to continue the connection or the conversation or whatever is through social media. If you exchange Instagrams with them, they can see you have mutual friends, and it's Cape Town. You're bound to have mutual friends.
Yes.
That I think that social proof, especially for women, is so important to
It
know.
is.
Like, okay,
also
this
to
is
see if like your interests are the same.
Yes.
Is he active? Does he like the outdoors? Like, see if you're aligned on certain things.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. See that you're not a serial killer.
yeah. Yes, exactly. You've been to a couple of our events before.
Yeah.
What can someone typically expect coming to one of our events? And what advice would you give someone who's maybe apprehensive about coming to one of our events?
I've spoken to a lot of people where they've said they wanted to go, but they've like chickened out at the last minute. I would say, guys, I think the hardest thing is taking that first step and showing up. Showing up is 80% of the work, but when you get there, because you guys have the icebreakers, the welcome in place, it makes things a lot easier. So
Yes.
the thing is, you just have to, there's no shortcut to this, right? You just have to,
You just have to do it.
You have to do it.
yeah.
And life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Your comfort
so
zone.
If you're in your comfort zone all the time, on your couch, swiping, nothing's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Us ladies actually really prefer men that show up and not are sitting behind their phone like, oh, we should meet up, and then it
Yeah,
never happens.
it never happens,
So
exactly.
we actually do like men showing up. I don't know about you, Mola.
Brave
but
men.
Yeah,
we
brave
love
men.
those.
But I'd say what you could expect, I think it all depends on what the theme is. I know you guys had the cowboy theme,
Yes.
the Valentine's
All
theme.
sorts of themes.
Yeah.
There's something for everyone at one of our events. So, I mean, we've had outdoor events, we have parties, we have wine tasting.
Yes.
So there really is something for everyone to choose.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I think you guys do a good job at accommodating people's interests.
Yes.
Have you made any connections at our events, whether it be friendship or romantic?
Yeah. So yeah, there has been flings, but for the most part, and it is a bit ironic, I have actually made genuinely good male friends as well.
And you maybe meet people through those friends.
Yes.
As well. So it's not always just about finding a romantic partner. It's like
So
broadening your circle.
broadening your circle, and you never know what can happen from there.
From these events, it's always good to like have a takeaway, have a lesson. Like,
Yes.
even though I didn't meet someone, a romantic partner or
Yes.
potential interest, I did make a good friend, and I know we can hang out as well.
This thing about men finding it cringe coming
Yeah.
to an event, I know there's a stigma around it.
There is.
Why? And what can you tell men that like it's actually okay to go to these events? At least you know that everyone in the room is single. You
Yeah.
go to a bar, you go to a club, and you hit on someone who might
Exactly.
actually be married. But here you're coming to a room full of like beautiful singles. Why not?
I think where it comes from is because when we look in media, especially in movies, speed dating, it's portrayed in a very negative light. Like, I'm sure if you guys seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin when they have the speed dating
Yes.
scene. I have a feeling people perceive it to be like that because
Yeah.
I've gotten comments where it's like, "Oh, you got a speed dating," and I can immediately like see
Yes.
where their mind is going. But what I would say is change your perspective. Speed dating these days is very modern. It's literally just a chat with someone on the other side over a drink.
So would you tell gents to just give it a try and like step out of your comfort zone?
It's really not that deep. It's just like if you had to bump into someone at a bar or
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Or
just
whatever.
socializing and having a nice time out with singles.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not too deep. People just place a lot of emphasis on
Yes.
something.
What we've heard in the past is like that first 80% of getting yourself to the first event, then you're like, oh, it's actually not
Not
so
so
bad.
bad.
Yes.
What's something that you wish women knew?
I would say one of the big things is that, and it sounds so generic and it may sound cringe, but we are not mind readers, believe it or not. I know. It's,
Tell us what you want.
it's like that scene in The Notebook with Ryan Gosling.
Yes,
What
yes.
do you
What
want?
do you want?
I think with men, what I realize is we're very, I'm just speaking for myself,
Yes.
logical, straightforward people. So if you're angry, say like, hey, listen, I'm angry,
Yes.
I'm upset. Or like, I'm upset because you did X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
It's like, I don't want to have to like, we go home from comedy show or a party and then pulling a face
Yes.
or your body language is off. And then now it's up to me to determine what
Yeah,
exactly
you've
is
gotta,
wrong.
like,
That's
figure
fair
out-
enough.
I think when it comes to dating as well, I think we'd prefer like a straightforward answer like, hey, listen, you're a good guy, but no, I'm
Not
not
leading you
interested.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, ladies.
I think men would prefer if there was a lot more clarity because we also don't want to be seen as this creep that's just harassing this woman or whatever. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for today. Do you have any questions for us?
What are some other avenues you guys would like to explore? I know you guys are exploring the podcast, but
So
to
we
achieve.
do single trips
Yes.
Internationally, we do the Bali trip.
Yeah.
So we're thinking of adding a Thailand trip.
Oh,
and if
nice.
you've seen that on social media
The
yet.
trips are amazing. Like, honestly, it's like
People make the most amazing friends and memories. It's not necessarily to find your partner, although some people have.
do.
Yeah.
But it's honestly like, who wants to travel alone? So
Yeah.
yeah, we're thinking of expanding international trips, our local getaways, doing maybe a few more of those. And we're starting to try and do a little like niche events, like for people that don't want to have children and don't have children.
So I've seen it as well. There are competitors out there that are trying. Firstly, I want to know from your perspective, where do you feel like they're missing the mark?
I feel like a lot of people think that it can be a side hustle, and people don't actually understand what goes into it. It's a lot of work. Working with people every day is very challenging. People think, oh, a singles event, so easy to run. It's not.
It's not.
We've had years of experience and we're still learning. And I think that a lot of these little businesses have popped up and ended up failing because they think that it can be a side hustle and
Yeah.
like some extra cash here or there.
Yes.
We really care, and we
Yeah, that
thrive when
Yeah.
we see people are having a good time, or we
Our success stories, we're like, I know it's a bit of a contradiction, but it's like we want you to meet people and
Yes.
get off our database. You know,
Yeah,
that is
exactly.
what we want. Everyone that comes to our events, we do greet by name
Yeah.
because we really care about who's walking
that
through
we
the
know.
door.
Yes.
It's not like we're trying to get 200-300 people at our events and just numbers through the door. We
Yes.
really genuinely care about our people. So I think that is what sets us apart from some other brands. Yeah, but they can keep trying. yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jules, you've left your full-time job to go into this
We
fully.
both did.
both
Yeah,
have.
we both have.
That
yeah.
just shows the dedication.
Exactly.
as well.
Exactly. We really love what we do and we're passionate about it and we will never give up. But yeah, thanks so much, Yashay.